Right, let's get started.
Okay, but stop the reading, please.
You don't need to keep it in your mouth. This is a professional podcast here. All right, let's get into it. What round are we up to? Round 5?
Yes, round 5.
Something like that.
I don't think there's much point recapping last week. I don't think a lot happened.
Everyone lost, so.
Wait. I actually had a winning bet, so staggeringly.
Yeah, you still lost.
What you need to understand is just having one winning bet doesn't mean you have a winning week. Like if you have 5 losing bets and 1 winner paying even money, you're still losing that week. That's how it works.
Yeah. Did I get 4 bonus bets or 3 last week?
Having bonus bets doesn't mean that you're a winner because you're going to lose the bonus bet.
They're wins for me as far as I'm concerned.
Well, there's only one of us who actually has more money than they started this season with, and that is me, with the profit of like $3.
Firstly, I only want to recap one thing. How did Castagna not kick that ball off the ground through the goals? That is the only thing that.
Yeah. Do you realize how close we were to having just a massive week on the first 2 games, and then it didn't?
Yeah, that would have done it. Castagna.
We all bet Richmond too, didn't we? All of us.
I think so.
I know. I bet Richmond.
Yeah.
Literally,
we all did.
Marcus
Marcus same game multied it and missed by 1 leg.
Yeah. He had all of these ridiculous legs. It somehow got up, and then obviously it still.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to this week. That was
then
the only thing I wanted to get off my
Essendon
chest.
going too, and then they decided to.
Oh, shut up! I don't want to hear about Essendon again.
Yeah, no, but if those 2 results had gone the other way,
yeah,
which we were very close to,
we're flying.
Yeah. So the difference between almost all of us winning in total and all of us basically losing.
Yeah, well, those are the breaks, I guess.
That's the way it goes.
I don't really know what else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I say the
Sometimes
AFL's
you're going to
cheating.
lose by just a little bit.
The
Yeah,
AFL have been
probably.
watching and they've been rigging and they've been changing the rules as a result.
Just for us to lose our bets. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, this is J Anon, my new website, J Anon, which talks about the conspiracy to overthrow the next Australian election through the AFL umpiring.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's look at the first game on tomorrow night.
Well, thank you for taking my
Let's move on. This is nonsense.
legitimate concern
nobody's visiting
seriously.
your site.
No. Just no.
Not a chance. All right, St Kilda Richmond, first game.
Right. I've taken a multi here.
Because you're a fucking moron.
Exactly. Good to see nothing's changed. We've got to get it up and try and remember it.
That's what she said.
Okay, so I've taken
Marcus is gone.
I'm here. I've taken Richmond to win 1-39, Kane Lambert to kick a goal, and Tom Lynch to kick a couple of goals. So I think that should do all right, to be honest. I think it's paying $5 or something. So
another losing multi there.
What have you guys taken?
Richmond
1-7. Okay. Yeah, I bet Richmond here. Big bet on Richmond. It's got the promo too for Thursday night, Friday night. So they kick it off in the first 2 minutes, it's over, and it's just a winner. It's really just that Richmond are that professional team and St Kilda just aren't yet. And so Richmond having started 2-2, I think they're just going to win, basically.
I would have taken St Kilda for the promo, except then we can't have 2 people on promo. And then I think Richmond win, but I feel like St Kilda could compete enough to be there. Also with the promo. But yeah.
I agree with that. I agree that they can compete. But the thing about competing is there's a difference between competing and then actually winning by the end, right?
Yeah, because all you have to do is kick a goal in the first 2 minutes.
Against Richmond round one every year. Like, they're competitive for a while, but they never actually win. They're never actually good enough to actually win come the end of the game. So I actually think $1.45 is quite a good price about Richmond, because I think when it comes to it at the end, it's going to win.
Max King can't kick straight anyway, so he showed that again on the weekend. So
wasn't he your big tip for the
Well, I gave you all the inside scoop last week. So
5 goals in your multi.
Yeah, he did actually kick 5 goals.
So, yeah, right. Moving on, next game.
All right, Friday night, West Coast Collingwood in Perth.
Right. I think West Coast are going to have a field day against Collingwood. I've taken West Coast 40 plus and Kennedy to kick 4 or more goals. So I think it's just going to absolutely steamroll you guys. Collingwood
40 plus, really?
4 goals.
On what basis do you think West Coast are going to win 40 plus?
I don't even think Kennedy kicked 2 last week.
Collingwood are crap.
I mean,
that's what I've
not really. Okay.
Yes, Collingwood are rubbish. They are going to lose in the West by plenty. And
just like they did last time over there.
No.
Plus.
Well, history's on your side. They got smashed last time they played there.
I don't care what history says. Plus revenge.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I've taken Collingwood for a couple of reasons. I mean, the main one is the promo, more than anything else. But, like, you're getting over $3 for – I think getting any team over $3 with the promo is probably quite good. And, yeah, I don't think Collingwood are any good as bad as you're trying to let on, and I don't think West Coast are, like, crazy good either.
You also have to remember that teams match up well against each other. So Collingwood actually has a really good history of beating West Coast in West Coast.
I don't care what history
just not
says.
on final days.
That wasn't in West Coast. If they played it in Perth, perhaps the result would have been different. And if you pay certain blocking free kicks, then, you know, the result's different.
Oh, we're still having a sook about the grand final, are we? What a shame.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to have to not have even made the finals in the last... How long has it been since Essendon made the finals?
Again, you're still sooking about that grand final, are you? Have a sook.
But no, you didn't answer the question because that was something completely different you just said.
Again, you're still having a sook, that's all.
I didn't hear you say when Essendon played in the finals last.
Last played in the finals probably 3 years ago.
3 years ago. I don't think so.
When's the last time you won a final?
Oh, shit. Don't ask me that question. I know the answer to that one. I know because I was there.
Which was?
I was back in high school in 2004. That's when we last won a final.
So it was only, nearly 6,000 days ago?
It's more than 6,000 days.
Oh.
Just check Twitter for that one.
You know when Collingwood last won the final?
Last year, I know.
West Coast in WA last year. So
I said revenge, and they'll get it back, and they want revenge back. So
sure.
I know. Revenge. Don't worry. Anyway, moving
They're
on.
not going to win by 40 plus. That's not happening. So that's another loss for Marcus.
Either that or Kennedy will get knocked out randomly again.
That is possible, actually. The players who I pick generally get knocked out or injured when I do
I just specifically remember having a multi with him last year where he was the last fucking leg and then he goes and gets knocked out in the fucking first 5 minutes.
This is true. Right, moving on. Next game.
All right, next game is the Western Bulldogs against the Gold Coast.
I got nothing on this game.
I'm assuming this is...
I believe it's the Western Bulldogs.
Is it Marvel? Do we know?
Probably.
It is at Marvel. Yeah, it is.
I got nothing in this game. So.
Yeah, no, I haven't taken a bet either.
I don't know why they didn't play this in Ballarat as well.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Should have played it, yeah. Bacchus Marsh, Ballarat, somewhere else starting with B. It's in the middle of nowhere,
James,
Bendigo.
Have you got a bet on this game?
Bendigo might have been too high profile a spot to play the game. No one has a bet on this game because no one gives a fuck.
Well, they should have played it in Ballarat. That would have been appropriate. Right, next game.
The next game is the Sydney.
To bet on this game for video, but maybe not trusting Gold Coast. What's the next game?
The Sydney Derby.
I have action on this one.
Sydney.
I have action on this one.
All right. So, what have you got, Marcus?
I have Callan Ward and Luke Parker both to get 25 plus disposals, and so
which of the two are going to get 24? Because one of them is if you've taken that.
So, and I've also taken under the total points.
To suggest you'll get that close, I think.
I've taken under the total.
What was the rest of it?
Under 174.5.
Under 174.5 total points. So I just think this is going to be a hard slog of a game. So
yeah, I mean, it's not like Sydney are being like just one of the highest scoring teams.
I know logic says because Sydney has kicked, I don't know.
I know logic says
20 goals for the first 3 or 4 matches.
You do realize that, like, if you're gambling, that like maybe you want to follow logic, not go the opposite of.
It's the same as last week. Last week he saw the bloke missing goals, so he bets on him to kick all of the
Following
goals.
logic doesn't work. Okay, so I go.
Well, how come you can speak so much better into the microphone when you do that than now?
That's because I'm holding it up to my mouth so you can actually hear me.
Yeah, well, do you want to try doing
when you can have the presenters on the podcast.
Yes, I will when I'm talking.
It's usually pretty good. Yeah, so I've got a $10 bonus bet multi from last week because I had one of my bets was 2 legs out of 3. I don't even remember which one. It was the Melbourne game. No, sorry, the Carlton game. Gold Coast Carlton. So I got a $10 bonus bet multi from that. And I put GWS as my first leg of that multi. I think there's been a big overreaction from the start of the season. It's only 4 games, and I think that means that now Sydney are so much better than the Giants. I don't believe that at all. It's not to say that they haven't been playing well and they're not much better and the Giants aren't necessarily getting a bit worse, but it's not this much different all of a sudden. I don't see that at all.
I tend to agree with you on that, hence why I took under the total points line.
Well,
yeah, I don't know what it's going to mean.
If you agreed with that, you should have just taken GWS. Like,
I still think Sydney were a good chance of winning the game, though. So.
Well, then take GWS as the line if you're so.
Well, I don't know what to make the line, though.
Last week, how much the Giants beat Collingwood by, right? Like, I mean, it tells you that, and like, you just want to claim that means Collingwood is shit, but I don't believe that either. I think their list is still good. It's a very good list. They're not this terrible team. They're not. And they shouldn't be starting this long against some young side just because they've started this season long. That can't be right.
Well, I've taken the same game multi of Sydney into Lance Franklin to kick a goal into Toby Greene to kick 2+ goals.
What's that paying?
I think it was like $2.10 or something. Whatever it was over $2 for the thing. But they're all
the
margin
like it's disgraceful.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Lance Franklin was like basically a given to do it. So that was kind of just a gimme a third leg.
What, like 102?
Yeah.
103, thank you. There's a little bit of value on there.
That's like not a very good bet. With the promo though, it's sort of probably evened out.
Yeah. Right, next game.
All right, next game. Carlton, Port Adelaide.
I got nothing in this game.
I took Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide, and then Port Adelaide minus, I think I took minus 24.5. Because the line was 24.5, but then that paid better than 25 plus. So even though I sent 25 plus, I switched it to 24.5 because it's the same thing, but better odds. And then Charlie Dixon, 2+ goals.
Yeah.
So he's been playing like shit. So I'm expecting him to turn it around because I don't even think he's kicked a goal for however long. So
logic to Marcus. I don't know what's going on here.
Because he's a key forward, so they still aim for him. So just because he's been playing shit doesn't mean he's not going to eventually turn it around. And I think Carlton are shit. So
the time for him to turn it around because they don't even need defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carlton don't have any great key defenders. So you could have a day out and kick 3 or 4. So it could be easy for Dixon just to have his play, basically.
Good team.
Yeah. So I think that Port Adelaide is a significantly better side than Carlton, and they go through Dixon all the time. So,
yeah. Right, next game.
No, it's logical enough. Next game is the big game of the round. Brisbane and Essendon.
Go Bombers! Come on.
So, any
right.
Decided to throw away our money on a dodgy bet on Essendon, Marcus? Or
yes.
Of course I have.
Okay, that's good.
Well, I've had a bit of if Essendon are going to win here, then Hooker and Stringer.
If they win?
Well, if they're going to win. What am I getting? 8-1 on my multi or something? So I've taken Essendon to win, Hooker and Stringer to kick 2, and Mcdonald-tipungwuti to kick 1. So for Essendon to win, that needs to happen. So I think that's about 8-1. So I think that's a pretty good.
Well, on that note, I've taken Brisbane 25 plus, and Joe Daniher to kick 2+ goals because obviously he's going to be fired up for this game. So 2+ goals seems.
Screw Daniher.
Yeah, fair enough. I would expect Brisbane to win that game reasonably comfortably, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, next game, Adelaide Fremantle on Sunday afternoon. I'm going to guess nobody's had a bet on this.
No.
Move on. Who cares?
Let's move on. Fuck knows. Nobody cares anyway. Hawthorn Melbourne is the next one.
Nothing. Despite the fact that Melbourne are 4-0. I don't trust them.
So I've thrown Hawthorn into my bonus bet multi as the second leg. It's similar reasoning to the Giants, but it's sort of even more like this. I don't think Hawthorn will win, but Melbourne have not shown enough to be starting a game $1.28. They're historically crap. They're ridiculously inconsistent. How is this team $1.28? Like, seriously, that's absurd. It doesn't make any sense.
Plus, they lost May.
They're not good enough. They're not good enough to be this short. They're not. That's ridiculous. So that's the reason I've taken Hawthorn. I was going to take Hawthorn at the line, but then my bonus bet was only paying like $5. So I thought, all right, better get some more value. I'll take him to win.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't expect him to win. That price is just silly because you could easily see Melbourne just having one of those days where they're crap again. Like that's.
I feel like you're starting to turn into Marcus territory here where you're saying you bet something you don't expect to win.
Well, that's what value betting is about. It's about you think they're going to win more often than what the odds say.
Yeah.
That's sort of what determines whether the bet is good or not.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about who's going to win if you're getting odds about it.
Stupid price. Right, next game.
Game of the round.
Last game. I'm assuming nobody's bet this garbage either. Geelong, North Melbourne.
Let's be done with. Forget it.
I mean, I was tempted, but you don't get enough odds on. You had to go to like 4 goals plus for Hawkins, and that was only paying $2.25. So
Yeah,
3 goals plus was paying like $1.45.
Geelong aren't even good at the moment.
Even Gary Rowan to kick 2 goals was only like $1.28 or something ridiculous.
Oh my God, so bad.
You're kidding me. That's ridiculous.
Can we
I wish I could lay that.
Yeah.
Like an incredible bet.
lay it?
That would be such an amazing way. Oh my God. Kick
It's almost
2
like
goals
Marcus
at
isn't even
28.
here the way that he's so quiet. Like, it's just...
I'm here. Don't you worry about that.
Well, the whole point of this is to talk into a microphone.
Are they going to cover the line, 57.5? Yes or no?
No.
I would say yes.
No.
Yeah, they will.
I would say yes. Yeah.
All right.
I would have thought so. The game is actually
Are you both saying yes?
If you genuinely don't think they're going to cover the line, why the fuck would you not bet it?
I don't think they'll cover the line.
Then why would you not bet that?
Well, because I didn't look at this game because I was just like, forget it.
Do you want to know what the best is? So Geelong 40 plus. What do you think it's paying, Marcus? Geelong to win by 40 plus.
$1.70.
$1.33.
Wow, that's so bad. That's so bad.
$1.33.
Geelong aren't even good at the moment. Geelong aren't
There's
actually
a few
good.
elements to it because it is a GMHBA stadium, which...
Yeah, still though. Like,
why would you
Geelong?
not take North Melbourne with the line then?
I don't think they cover the line. What's Geelong 1 to 39?
$3.50.
Holy shit. I actually think that might be worth taking.
You could take North Melbourne 40 plus at 56 to 1.
Yeah, North Melbourne aren't winning a football game. They're just not good enough.
North Melbourne scored 40 points.
Sorry?
That's a better question. Will North Melbourne score 40 points?
Yeah.
Better question.
I reckon they'll kick maybe 7 or 8 goals and that's it. So, yeah, they'll score 40 points just. Is there a bet on?
I think it's guaranteed.
Is there a bet?
Geelong are pretty hard.
Is there a bet whether? Is there a bet on how many points North Melbourne can score? I didn't look at this game at all.
I don't know.
I'm
But
sure there is.
Geelong minus 99.5 is $8.50.
Nah, I think Geelong will win by about 6 goals and that's it, to be honest.
Well, then take the 40 plus, the 1 to 39.
Encouraging him to lose our money, please. Fuck.
Put your home on it.
Enough of it every week.
I'll just leave it. I'm not going to bother.
What
watching
about
this
North
game.
Melbourne total goals 0 to 9 is paying $1.22?
Yeah, well, that's definitely going to happen. So.
All right, I
Well, then
found
it's overs if you think that.
I found the line for how many North Melbourne are going to score.
Yeah, what is it?
What do we reckon the line is? For the over
46 and a half.
46 and a half. What do you reckon, James?
What?
I have no idea.
All right. Is it going to be more than 46 and a half or less is the line for how much North Melbourne is going to score?
That's what I think the line
The
is.
line, I reckon they would have set the line lower than that.
Wow, okay. I'm surprised. Do you realize how low 46.5 points is?
Do you realize how low they think of
Ridiculously low that is. It's 53.5.
Wow.
Only $1.85 if you want to take unders though. So it's a bit of a disgusting margin. But yeah, like I wouldn't take that bet.
I reckon
think
a
$1.85.
quarter time 13.5 under, even at $1.76 is a pretty good spot.
Nah, I don't know about that because if they're gonna like do anything, like it'd be in the first quarter and then they fade away and it's just like a little.
You can get under 12 and a half
It's
points for the final quarter for $1.96.
That's
12
very
and a half
possible.
points.
That is very possible,
Yeah, it's
actually.
very possible, but like, what? I don't see how you can.
Anyway, I think let's not bet on this rubbish game.
Well, you're going on about how they can do this and that. I feel like you should be.
I looked at it and just went, no. So let's be done with it.
I think I'd rather bet like Geelong to win by 100 plus, to be honest.
Yeah, at 850, it's a fairly decent bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one in they're going to just smoke them.
You're right. 1 in 7.5 times that does happen. I agree. So,
Against this crap team.
Depends how serious they take it.
yeah, that's true. Right. Let's leave it at that for the night. Is there anything else we should be punting on this weekend besides the AFL? Anyone got anything good to punt on?
Well, I mean, we're focusing on footy for the pod this year, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, any bonuses? No. Well, I was just saying, has anyone else got anything else that any singular bets that we should get on for the weekend?
Maybe get on the unders in the cricket tonight, although this will probably be out tomorrow.
Yeah, so that'll be too late.
I'm just taking Geelong minus.
They're not making runs, and they're not going to it. So
I'm just taking Geelong minus 82.5 at $4.
Okay. We'll see.
Geelong minus 82.5.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't mind it.
Reasonable.
Happening easily.
Right.
Like you saw how much the Bulldogs destroyed them. There's no reason Geelong can't do that.
Yeah.
Especially GMHBA.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Let's leave it at that. Happy punting, everyone.
Right.
Good luck with your selections this weekend.
Yep. All right. I think that's it for today then. All right.
Go Bombers.
May you learn how to speak into a microphone for once in your life.
No. Go Bombers.
Don't worry, we didn't hear you, so it's all good.